Good morning. Saturday morning training today. Got my cup of coffee, and I've already gone over this training with a downline member, and so I decided to go ahead and just make it available for everybody. Sherry and I have a company called Profit Leads. Within that company, we have a monthly subscription called Profit Leads University. And within that, we generate telephone interviewed leads for network marketers, home-based business people, direct sales people, affiliate marketers, and we provide those leads to them to call and prospect for their business. And so within that, we've become masters at how to call leads, email, text them, and convert them. And so yesterday, this was one of the little trainings that I did and posted. You can go on my Facebook wall, you can see the results. And so what I normally do after each one of the call sessions with a team member is we talk about the follow-up, because here's the reality. And first, I'm going to go over what this board means, okay, because I'm getting ready to erase this. So yesterday, what I did is I made 25 calls, and I called leads that were 4 months old. These are leads that were called in November, right after Thanksgiving. They were sent to me by the phone room, and we had family in, and I totally blew them off. I didn't call them at all. Didn't email them, didn't text them, didn't add them to the autoresponder, didn't do anything. Just they got lost. So to prove a point to my Profit Leads members that it doesn't matter how old the lead is, because we'll get members who will say, like, this is May or this is April. We'll get people that'll be charged today for their leads, April 7th. And then we'll send them their leads, and they'll go, oh man, I didn't open up my leads in March. Can you send me a new lead file because the leads are old? And I understand that mentality. And so what I'm trying to do is trying to teach you what's real, okay? That just because you didn't open up the lead file 30 days ago doesn't mean those leads are old. I'm a 36-year-old lead, and I'm a pretty darn good lead, all right? So the purpose of Profit Leads University is to teach you how to become a network marketing professional, how to do this part-time while you have a job, and how to duplicate it. Because if all you're doing is signing people up, customers and reps, you're just a network marketing salesperson. Nothing wrong with that. You make some good money. It's better than driving for Uber, okay? You can make more per hour, and you're in the comforts of your home, right? But in order to really replace your income at work, and put yourself in a position to where you have a year's worth of income or 2 years worth of income saved away, so you can walk away from your job and go to this business full time, you have to have duplication. And most people don't even have the first, where they know how to sign up reps. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Great, buddy. That's super. Kenny Tratner, he and I had a good conversation yesterday. Great guy down in Florida. We were, and I'll tell the quick story. I was going through some boxes and stuff here in the office, and I threw one away, and I'd sent a text to Kenny because we were in a program together before that went belly up. And that's another lesson today too. Kenny and I have stayed in touch. We've not allowed a company that went out of business to affect who we are as entrepreneurs. We're both 56. We've both been around the block. And you can close the company, but you can't close us, right? To where we quit. So I'm glad you're on today. So basically, what I'm trying to do today is to show you a cycle, and I'm gonna talk about the cycle that people do that causes them to quit their network marketing business, that causes them to fail. The model hasn't failed them. The product or service or the comp plan hasn't failed them. They failed by understanding the proper techniques. Years ago, I went to go get my insurance license because my next door neighbor was selling life insurance for Steve Owens, which is a Heisman Trophy winner for here from OU. And I had a company that had just gone out of business. And we weren't really rocking with Profit Leads, so he was making $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Well, I had to go take a test to get my Class 65 license. I had to go through a week worth of training in Tulsa, drive to Tulsa and back every day. It was all day long. I didn't get paid for that. Okay, I didn't get paid. And then after that week, I had to go up on a Saturday. So 6 days in a row I was going to Tulsa, passed and got my Class 65 license, and I was ready to go out and sell stock in a life insurance company. All right, training. Through that week, I was able to sit there with people that were making $50,000 a month selling insurance and picking their brain and asking them what they were doing. And they would pull me aside and say, well, here's what the normal new people do, and here's what the professionals do. Okay, so that's what this is all about today. So most people will do the business wrong. Okay. So here's what I did. I made 25 phone calls yesterday that were 4 months old. The leads were 120 days old. So here's what I know that most people don't know. I understand those 25 people in the last 120 days that they haven't changed their financial condition at all. Matter of fact, their financial condition is probably worse. Okay. I find that when somebody answers an ad and I call them the same day, I have worse response with those people than with these people at times. Why? Because they're still looking. These people here are the lowest hanging fruit you can find because they've still got a dream. They just haven't found the solution. So here were my numbers yesterday. This is the number of people I talked to on the phone, number of voicemails, number of appointments. I set 4 appointments, 25 phone calls, 120-day-old leads. Not interested was 2, bad number was 3. So I had 16 people between the voicemails and the no answers. I had 16 people that I don't know whether they're still looking or not. 4 times as many appointments I've set. So here's what most people will do, and I'm gonna keep that number up over here. But I'm going to show you what most people do, and this is what most people are going to do on your team. This is what you're doing probably. If you're not, it means that you understand it, and you understand what it takes to get over the hump, and where you're going to be in this business more than a year, and you're going to be in your current program more than a 2 to 5 year run. Okay. So here's what most people do. Number 1, they get our leads. Number 2, 70% don't open the leads. Okay. 70%. So for every 100 customers that we have, 70 of them never use the product. That's why the lead business is such a tough business. It is. But I understand that if we don't have leads, we don't have a business. We don't have prospects. If we don't have gas to put in our car, the car's not going anywhere. All right. Number 3, if someone makes 25 calls and they set 4 appointments, they never do anything with those 4 appointments. If they do get 4 appointments, they don't close them. And in our book, right here, get our book at our website, get our book. I'll get you 10 free leads today so you can try it. Our book, we talk about how to follow up. It's important. The fortune is in the follow-up. We hear about that all the time. Robert, what does that mean? Well, here's what it means to me. I got 4 appointments. I have 3 of them today. I've already talked to one person this morning. He's interested. He's going to come in on the 15th on payday. I've got 16 people I don't know. So what did I do this morning when I got my cup of coffee and I started to read a little bit? I sent out 16 texts this morning, 16 emails to those people. Hey, John, you talked to Mary in our office 4 months ago. I want to know if you're still looking. If you are, here's our video. Take a look at the video, get back to me, and we can set up an appointment to go over to see if this is a fit or a match for you. I've already had 5 people out of those 16 that have replied back yes. So now I've got 9 appointments out of 25 calls, just by a simple text and an email. Out of the 5, 3 of them text back and 2 of them email back. One of them email back, who is this? How'd you get my name? So I go through the process and I go, I left you a voicemail yesterday. And they go, well, I haven't checked my voicemail. Who are you? They don't know me from Adam. So it's a process of trying to teach people how to go out and expose themselves. And that just comes from experience. I do that because of I've got the experience and I got the know-how. So that's what Profit Leads University is all about, is sharing with you what we do and then actually doing it. So yesterday I did a live session of calling people. It's not pre-staged. I don't know these people. These are the same leads that you guys are getting. And I think it's important as a leader for me to show you what I'm doing. Now imagine this, okay? Because this is my life. People ask me, Robert, what's it like being full-time in network marketing? Well, it's pretty cool actually. I've shared, so what we ended up doing, we have 25 leads and we got 9 appointments. These are people that say, yes, I'm still looking. I ask everybody, hey, you talked to so-and-so, I want to verify your email. Are you still interested in making extra money? Are you still looking? Another one is, hey, have you found what you're looking for? I already know the answer to the question. Like a good attorney, you never ask a question unless you know what the answer is, right? You never ask a question that you don't know the answer to, because then you're caught off guard. So to be in control of the follow-up process, you have to ask a question to your prospect that you already know, a 99% chance you already know the answer to it. I already know the answer to all the leads that I'm calling. I already know the answer. No, they haven't found something. No, they haven't solved their money problem. No, no, no. So why would you be afraid to call somebody that you could talk to that has a problem and you have a solution? I'm not selling leads. I'm not selling coffee or tea or skincare or nutrition or crypto. I'm not selling any of that stuff. I'm selling a solution to the problem. I'm solving people's problems. They have a problem, we identify it together, and I point them over there and say, well, if you go here and watch this video, we're going to show you how you can solve your problem. I already know they're not where they want to be. I already know that. 99% chance when I'm calling these 25 leads, probably 99.9% chance. I'm never going to get a hold of someone that says, man, I talked to Mary 30 days ago. And you know what? Since then, I've made $5,000 in this program. And everybody on my team is doing well. But thank you for calling anyway, sir. Never going to happen. Never, ever going to happen. So stop being afraid to talk to people that have a problem that you have a solution for. You have a solution for all these leads. So let me walk you through what it's like to be full-time, okay? You already know what it's like to be part-time. 70% of the people never open up the lead file. How do we know that? We keep stats. We see it. We followed up with people and say, hey, you didn't open your leads. Oh, I'm glad you called me. Can I get my money back? Okay, because of fear. That's why we're doing these trainings, because we know as traditional business owners, if 70% of the people don't use our product, are they going to be around next year? No, they won't even be around next month or 90 days. So as a company owner at Profit Leads, we have to get that number down. I've got to get the number from 70%. I want to flip it. I want to say 70% of the people who get our leads open the file. Only 30% don't. That's why I'm doing these. People say, why are you doing all these trainings? Why are you giving all away this free advice? Because it's our business. It's what I know. And until I share with what I know with our team's not going to do it. They're going to sit there and procrastinate and go, well, I don't want to call these leads because I don't like rejection. I'm afraid. Well, what are you afraid of exactly? Are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of what? What would they say to you that would cause you to never want to call another lead again? Well, it's just the unknown, Robert. I don't know if they ask me a question about the product. What am I going to tell them? They're going to ask me how much money I'm making. What am I going to tell them? And that's why we talk about you're not the message, you're the messenger. And we give you the scripts in the book here. We give you the scripts. Hey, I'd love to answer all your questions today. The video does that. It'd take me an hour. The video does it in 15 minutes. Here's the first step. Go watch the video. If you have interest, then we'll answer your specific questions. This is stage one. Stage two is I'm interested, then we take you to the next stage. Fair enough? I've got lots of other calls to make. What's your email address? Boom, boom, boom. The initial call is not a sales call. The initial call is identifying that I know what I know about you. You've got a problem. And it's hard for a stranger, the prospect, to share with another stranger that I've got a problem, right? It is. It's against human. Oh, no, I'm fine. Everything's good. And it's really easy when you get someone to an appointment and a follow-up for them to tell a stranger this. Can't afford it. Don't have any money. Goodbye. When somebody tells me they can't afford it and they're fully employed and they're over 18 years old, I know they're lying. Why? Because I lied when people would call me and say, well, it's $499 to get started. Which credit card do you want to put that on? I said, oh, man, all my cards are maxed out. My wife would kill me. Sorry, thanks a lot. Goodbye. Whoo! I'm out of that deal. Because the sponsor did not solve my problem. The sponsor made it about him, where I was solving his problem. You see the significantly difference in the approach? Most people today, the reason they're not closing anybody, the reason they're not setting in appointments, because they're making it about them, not the prospect. They're trying to get the prospect to be the doctor, and they're trying to get them to be the patient. Doctor, I have a problem. I flip it. I'm the doctor. I'm diagnosing what your problem is. I've got a list of 25 leads of people that are financially sick. I already know that. And I'm a financial doctor. So my job to go get new patients is what? Is to contact them. Come in the office and let's have a sit down. Let's talk about your financial problems. I know you got them. Let's talk about what you're looking for. Let's talk about how we can help solve your money issues. Let's make you some money. So I never try to make them feel like they've got to join to solve my problem, which is reality, right? Most people in network marketing are 90 days away from quitting. They're 90 days away from quitting, not because network marketing doesn't work, but it's because they don't have any income coming in to offset their costs. So now network marketing is a new bill. It's a new car payment sitting out on the driveway that nobody's driving. There's no fuel in it. Nobody knows where the keys are. It sure does look pretty. I know one day I'm going to drive it, but I don't have any money to drive that car. So eventually one day they come and get the car for non-payment. That's network marketing. So what we do is we engage with our downline. In this book here, we talk about contacting your warm market. And we talk about don't call them, email them, mail them. We've got samples letters in there. So once you run through your warm market list, turn those 100 into 300, now we've got unlimited leads. Now, let's get back to what it is to be a full-time. If we're setting 9 appointments, and let's say that Sherry and I are calling 100 a day, and we're averaging 9 appointments per 25, how many appointments a day do we have? All right, this is math today. Okay, 9 times 4, 36. 36 appointments a day. Think about that. When was the last time you had 36 appointments in one day? Probably never, and that's okay. Because you haven't put in the work to get that. How about 36 appointments in a week? How about 36 appointments in a month? How about 36 appointments in the last 12 months? Think about that for a second. Have you sat down and actually showed your presentation 36 times in the last 12 months? How about your entire career? Folks, this is the problem with network marketing. It's not about the business model. The business model works. What doesn't work is the people that are in the business model, and it's just out of fear. It's out of the unknown. And so what we do is we relieve that fear. The only way that our people are going to take action is for me to tell them how to go out and take action. The only way that I know to get my team to take action is for them to see me doing it. They've got to see you doing it. And the reason why your team isn't growing is because nobody in your team is seeing you do anything. But just get on social media and talk about something. Hey, I love all those videos, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody in my upline walk on the beach for 20 minutes and not talk about a damn thing that builds my business. I want to see my upline doing shit, right? I want to see them doing some work. I don't want to see them in Mexico drinking a Mai Tai. Yeah, that's great, but I want to know how they did it. What were the numbers? How many people did it take? What pin level did it take? What volume is that? What's the average auto ship? How many said no? Where'd you get Johnny? Was he a high school buddy? Was he in another program, or was he off a cold list? All that. Now, here's what Sherry and I know that most people don't know. Out of these 100 people a day, guess what about those people? They're on social media. So here's our other follow-up. Remember these 16 that we didn't know? That turned to, what, 5 more, okay? So I got 5 more by going after the 16. That took my original, what I call my core work. The hardcore work for me was getting those 4 appointments. That's the work. And there's some luck involved. There is. That somebody would pick up the phone. On our leads, they'll tell us morning, afternoon, or evening. So when I called yesterday, I was calling people in the afternoon that said, I want to be called in the morning and called in the evening. That's why I got voicemails, because it was the bad time to call them, but I did it anyway. So to get 4 out of 25 calling them all in one setting, not even at the right time, is phenomenal. And that's the magic, because I'm doing the work. Nobody else is calling them. Nobody else is calling them. Nobody in their families trying to help them. There's no stranger reaching out but me. I'm it. I'm the guy. And when I call them, they're going to resist me. I already understand that. I already understand they got a money problem. I understand they're not going to want to share it with me. I understand they don't know what they don't know. That's what I get paid for, to teach people. Okay? To teach people. So now watch this. 36 appointments a day. All right, I already know most of you won't even get that. Most of you do. If anyone gets, okay, here's what I want to do for those that are still watching. How many people who have set 36 appointments in the last 12 months, give me a yes. Okay, give me a yes today. I want to get a little interaction here. 36 appointments. So if we're doing 36 a day times 20 days, $720. So when I have a follow-up with somebody and they no-show me, do I circle the wagons? Do I, what do? I go, bye. Send them a nice email. Sorry you missed your appointment. If you'd like to get back into the loop, give me a call. Better yet, just go sign up now. I don't have time to follow up. I'm too busy. Right? Yeah, Brian. Well, hey, 36 appointments. It starts. It starts with reaching out and touching people. Okay, so now watch this. This is what most people miss about our leads. Had a guy yesterday. He ordered 500 leads. Yep. Traditional business guy, and he said had the leads for one day. And he said, man, the leads are good. I set a lot of appointments, but these people seem like they don't have any money. And I go, well, how do you know that? He goes, well, just by the sound of their voice. I go, man, if you could determine how much somebody money has in the bank by their voice, I go, you need to open up some kind of a clinic, or Barnum and Bailey needs to get a hold of you, where you get paid to help other business. Real estate agents would love you. Insurance agents would love you. I go, so he's already got this issue in his head that he spent money on 500 leads and he's got to get his money back now. And that's what he said. He goes, look, I spent a lot of money on these leads and I've got to recoup that money now. I go, why? You put it on a credit card, you got 30 days to pay it, right? He goes, well, yeah, but my wife's going to kill me. I can't help him there, right? So you have to understand the psychology of people and why you have to get them to the first pin level in your business quickly, so they don't self-sabotage. This guy's unraveling right in front of my eyes. I hear it in his voice. I see it in his communication. I've got all the classic signs. They don't have any money. So I said, well, now, have you actually had any follow-up with people? He goes, no, I've just had a lot of appointments, and I can tell. I've been in sales all my life whether somebody's got money or not. So I said, well, here's what I would suggest you do. Let's go through the 500, and I go, reach out to those people on social media. He goes, what? How do you do that? I said, well, all these people that I contact, they're on social media. Reach out to them. Send them a friend request. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And he goes, oh, wow. I go, the reason why most people seem like they don't have any money on the first contact with you is they don't know you. I go, if someone called you right now from New York and asked you how much money you had in the bank and could you afford a $50,000 car, would you tell them yes or no? Because I'll probably tell them no. So see, that's the courting process. That's the follow-up process. The follow-up process is just not to close them. The follow-up process is to continue the relationship down the road, keep going and going and going, so that way they feel comfortable. It's going to take 90 days out of these 25 leads for us to close 10 to 20% of those people. All right? So here's the last thing I'm going to teach today. All right, out of 100 calls, or excuse me, 100 calls, we're going to set 20 to 40 appointments. You guys write this down. 10 to 20 are going to show up. 5 to 10 are going to join as a customer or a distributor. Put down CD. That's a good CD. These are our averages, the ranges. People say, well, you know, give me some numbers. I'm going to give you some numbers. And here's my challenge to you today. Will you call the 100 leads? Will you follow the system? Will you put yourself in a position to where you are the teacher? You're the one that's solving their problems. I know you have a problem. Everybody in network marketing that's not making, you know, a couple $100,000 a year has a problem. It's called cash flow. It's a cash flow problem. We all have it. That's America today. That's the world. Okay. We've all got overhead. And when we get into network marketing, we add overhead and we take away time from our life. And you've got a rub from a family member. You got a rub from coworkers. You've got a rub from the bank saying that your auto ship was declined, or you can't afford to go to the convention. You can't afford to live the lifestyle. So you're frustrated. And that's because you've got one foot in the real world and another foot in the network marketing world. And it's almost like you're on two boats, and you've seen that where somebody's got a foot on two boats and one boat starts, you know, going away. And then they eventually got to jump back into that boat or this boat, or they fall. That's where the 90% of the people in your downline are. And you got to realize that they got a foot in each world. And those boats are either slowly or they're quickly moving apart. That's why you lose people. It's not because of you, not because they don't like you, they don't like your product or service, because they had to jump ship. This is happening to everybody. It's either slow or it's steady for a long time, or it's quick. And usually what drives you crazy is somebody's been on your team for 2 or 3 years and they're slow and steady, and then it's like this because they snapped. They had enough. They broke. Too much pressure on them with what they had. So activity gets you to a position to where you go, okay, I'm in this boat forever, and you go on, and that's the network marketing boat. So it's your job as a leader to get people out of both worlds, psychologically and financially. You've got to get them in the network marketing boat. If not, they're going to jump back into their job boat, traditional business boat, because that's where the cash flow is. They know they go 40 hours, they're going to get 40 hours work. In your business, they're going to work 40 hours and what? And here's the issue. They're not working 40 hours. They're thinking about the business for 40 hours, and they think that's work. They're on social media for 40 hours. They're on webinars. They're on conference calls. They go to conferences. When you go to a conference, that's time away and money away. Yes, it's supposed to help you, but what happens to most people that goes to a conference, you'll see they'll raise hands. Half the people that go to a conference don't show up again next year. Not because the conference was bad, but because when they went back home, they didn't do any activity. So now the next year they said, well, look, we went to last year's convention and spent $1,000, $2,000, and it did nothing for us. Well, because they came home and did nothing, right? Okay. So 100 calls, 20 to 40 show up. We go into that later in our book. Excuse me, 20 to 40 appointments, half of those. So half of these will show up and half of those will join. We're getting 5 to 10 people to join out of 100 calls over a 90-day period because we follow up. I don't just call and set appointments, and those other 16 people I showed over here, I don't know until they tell me no or yes, right? They're probably on social media. So today, Sherry reaches out to those 25 people I called the other day and sends them an invite. We called you yesterday. You spoke to Mary in our office. We'd love to be for you to come on our team. Take a look at what we're doing. Come on. It's an invite. We're inviting people into our lives. We're inviting them for a platform where we could do what? Sell them? No. Solve their problem. We know they have a problem. We do. We know they have a problem. That's why we do what we do. So anyway, so here's what I'm going to give everybody today. You can do a couple things today. Go buy our book. You go to ProfitLeadsUniversity.com. You can find our book on our website. You're smart. Go figure it out. Buy our book today. I'll give you 25 free telephone interview leads. Okay. If you join Profit Leads University today, what is today? The 7th. So if someone's watching this later, it's April 7th. You join Profit Leads University today. Any of the packages, I'll double the leads. So if you get 10 leads, we'll send you 20. You get 25, you get 50. We'll do that on the first month to help you get to the point. Now, you also, when you go to Profit Leads University, click on where it says more, go to our blog, and you'll be able to watch calls that I've made, calls that Sherry and I've made. We do it every day. Why do we do it every day? Because we want our business to grow every day. People drop out of our business every day. For some people, we can't reach. We understand that. If, every day somebody walks into a McDonald's for the first time. Every day somebody walks out of McDonald's and says this, I'm never going there again, right? That's why they still advertise. Your business is no different. Your network marketing business is no different. Yes, you can get to a position where some people are, where they've got $2 or $3 million a month in business, and they've got leaders down there, and these are people that their income will last for, a millennia. That's fine, but that's not everybody. So join Profit Leads. Go to the website, check us out, sit around this weekend and watch our videos. The one that Sherry and I did together is hilarious because we had a contest. It's just fun. We've made calling leads fun because we both ran out of people to talk to. Our family and friends were gone. They were. So we had to come up with a solution or go back and get jobs. And we've done that. We've gone back and got jobs during our network marketing career more than one time because things happen. So now we're bulletproof. The reason why we're bulletproof, we wake up every single day and we have more people than we know what to do with. And when you get a surplus of prospects, you gain some really good posture. And it's not because you become egotistical or because you think you're better than everybody. It's because you run out of time. Sherry and I just have 24 hours in each day like you guys do. So we pack that in. Jay, and we'll talk about that. Okay, good point. Jay says, I almost never get people to show up for my appointments. Here's one thing that you can do. Glad you mentioned that. And we'll close with this, guys. So I know it's gone a little longer than I wanted it to do. Number one, are they interested? We get them to say yes, okay? The whole process of setting an appointment and getting someone to an appointment is number one, is a discovery process. I'm always asking, have you found what you're looking for? Or are you still looking? Yeah, I'm still open-minded. You'll hear a lot of my calls. People say, yeah, I'm still interested. Yes, I'm still looking. So that's a yes. And so what are we trying to do on the initial sales process? Is we're trying to get what? A lot of yeses. A lot of little yeses. And once they give us the answer that we're looking for, we shut up. Okay? If you're saying too much on the very first call, and I have a lot of people that say, Robert, I pre-qualify my leads a lot more than you. I go, great. Do it. But here's what I like to do. I like to get 2 or 3 little yeses, and then I like to get off the call and still have curiosity there. So number one, are they interested? Number two, you have to create and maintain curiosity in that initial phone conversation. As soon as you say skincare, coffee, crypto, I mean, whatever you're going to say, and I've tested this. As soon as you give them a clue to what it is, they're going to take that clue and they're going to club you in the head with it. I don't drink coffee. I hate skincare. My skin's fine. Oh, crypto's a scam. We were calling for a wine club. We got beat up. We call people, say we're looking for wine drinkers. Oh, that's a sin. Okay, so whatever you throw out to them, you're giving a prospect who doesn't know about you ammunition to tell you no. Again, I always want to ask questions that I already know the answer to. I already know that they're not financially successful. I already know that, all right? So if they're not financially successful, then I've got to solve their problem. So number one, are they interested? Ask them. Have you found something? You still looking? What's up? How you doing? I know you talked to Mary. I know you opted in. I know there's somebody in that body of yours that one day was looking. You took a chance and you're looking. My job is I'm a recruiter, basically. I'm a headhunter. I'm a coach looking for athletes. Okay, kind of like Moneyball. I'm looking for the people that nobody else wants, right? And I'm going to go find the best talent, untapped talent, and I'm going to go create them into leaders so we can work from home the rest of our lives, right? Curiosity. If they're not getting people to show the appointment, if they said they're interested and then you have diarrhea of the mouth and you tell them too much, which I was guilty of early on, then you've blown their curiosity. Yeah, I'll see you at 10 tomorrow. And then they're going to hang out and go, man, I'm never going to do coffee. I'm never going to do legal services. Crypto, man, that scares the heck out of me. All right. So you got to maintain and create and maintain curiosity. You're saying too much sometimes. Number 3, set a time. No more than 24 hours away. If I'm talking to somebody in the morning, I like to talk to them that night. Because you see how many appointments we have. It's, you know what, or get off the stool with us. Boom. We don't have, boom. Are you in or you out? That's our posture. We have that posture. Look, I'm talking to 100 people today, 100 candidates. What's going to, you know, why should I meet with you at 9 tonight? Not please show up at 9. Okay. So at number 1, it's an attitude. Set a time. So somebody sets a time. I'm going to ask them if they seem like they're wafflers, what would keep you from making that appointment tonight at 9 o'clock? John, okay, 9 o'clock. You're okay. Good. You know, how good are you at keeping your appointments, John? Because, you know, I've got a busy night tonight. If we set at 9, what would keep you from making that appointment? Anything? And I'll go say, oh man, tonight, what is it? Tuesday? I got a ball game. Got to pick. Okay, 9 won't work. Let's do tomorrow at 9. Okay. Go a step further, Jay. Dig in a little deeper. Take it away. Strengthen that appointment. Solidify it. Bring them home. Okay. And we're good at it because I care, but it's not necessary for them to make the appointment if they're not going to make it, because I have so many appointments that I overcome those that just fall through the cracks. And then we're reaching out to them on social media. We're reaching out to them via email, via text. So we're staying in touch with people, even if they don't make the appointments. And I can't tell you the number of people that will miss an appointment with us. We send them a farewell email and text that if you're ready, you come to us. 2 months, 4 months, 6 months later, they come up and say, you know, we talked, I don't know if you remember me, Robert, we talked last July. We had an appointment, I didn't show up. The reason I didn't show up is I didn't have any money, or I was going through a divorce. I just lost my job. My kid needed braces. You know, whatever life gets in the way. And you know what? I'm ready now. Do you still have some openings? Say, sure, let's go. So number 1, make sure they're interested. Get a yes from them. Yes, you're still looking great. Don't tell them too much. So, John, can you talk tonight or tomorrow? What's a good time? I can talk tomorrow. That's another yes. Is 10 a.m. tomorrow good? Yes. I've got 3 yeses from somebody within the first couple of minutes. They don't even know me and I don't know them. Yes, 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 yes. I'm asking questions where I know the answer is going to be yes. I know what the outcome is going to be. Great, John. 10 o'clock tomorrow. Hey, how good are you at keeping your... The better question is, are you really good at keeping your appointments? Yes. Great. What would keep you from getting the 10 o'clock appointment? Nothing. I'm interested. Great. We'll see you at 10. Goodbye. Once you get the information that you're wanting, get off the phone. Most people that I sit and listen to as training, listen to their calls, they just go on and on and on. And that's just nervousness. I did it too. They stutter, they stammer. They're not in charge of the conversation because they don't know what it's supposed to be. They don't know what they're supposed to be doing. That's why I'm doing these trainings. This is what we do. That's why you go to Profit Leads University and you click on our blog, you watch me make phone calls. There's no better teacher than real live training. That's like taking you, if I was an insurance agent, I would take you along with me on my appointments and say, you just take notes and don't say a darn thing and watch what I do. And then we get in the car after the appointment, we'll assess what happened, what I could have done better, why I said this, why I did that. And then that's how you get taught. That's what's not happening in network marketing. The uplines aren't driving their downlines around with them because the uplines don't have any appointments to show them what to do. That's the reason why. It's all a big mystery because nobody's doing any darn work, or at least they can't find the people that are doing the work, right? So if I was an insurance agent today and I never went on an appointment with my supervisor, how good of an insurance agent do you think I'd be cold, just going into homes, calling people? What if they were sending me leads? Here's people that filled out a form. Call these leads, Robert, set appointments and close this $100,000 life insurance policy, and you're going to make $800. Great, I'm excited to make $800. How good would I be? I would be horrendous. And then I'd turn into a head case because I'd have so much failure that I'd have so much self-doubt that I would be nervous as a cat, and everybody could tell that. Like a dog, your prospects can sense fear. When you listen to my calls and Sherry's calls, let me ask you a question today. Do we sound fearful? Do we sound confused? Or do we sound confident? Are we having a good time? Are we laughing? Yes, we are. We're cut-ups because we understand we have to go through this process. And it's not like the funnest thing in the world to do, but we make it fun. Okay? It's like, you know, cooking dinner's great. What's not great? Cleaning up the dishes, right? So we try to turn on music, have some fun, cleaning up the dishes, right? It's just the way it is. Calling leads isn't necessarily the funnest thing. It's not like cooking dinner. Cooking dinner is when they sign up, right? So follow the process, follow the steps. Jay, I hope that helped a little bit. Hope it help everybody else. Go to our website. And again, here's the offer today. Just get our book on our website. You get 25 free telephone interview leads if you want to do that. If you buy our leads today on our website, any of our 4 packages, we'll double that the first month just for watching us on Facebook Live. And I'm not sending that offer out anywhere else. So in the little box, you just put Facebook Live video via Robert, and we'll be monitoring that today. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend. And if you want to get a hold of me, I will be watching the Masters Golf Tournament today and tomorrow. So during that tournament, I may not be responding as quickly as normal. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.